देखो यहाँ पे पहले पंखे चल रहे हैं, आप शोर मत मचाइए। नहीं सर, गर्मी से ज्यादा जरूरी है आवाज पहुंचे, क्योंकि ये वैसे ही बहुत शोर मचाते हैं। बंद रहने दीजिए, कोई बात नहीं। सो कंप्लायंस इज, क्या हो गया सर? So what is social influence? Social influence is when there is a change in the beliefs, in the attitudes or in the behavior of a person because of some other person. किसी एक इंसान के वजह से जब दूसरे इंसानों का बिलीफ, एटीट्यूड, बिहेवियर, थॉट, ये सब चेंज हो जाता है, that is called social influence, and this definition was given by Branscombe and Barron in the year 2009. Another is that when there is a change of thoughts, feelings, attitudes or behaviors resulting from interaction with an individual or a group. So when, suppose if I am talking to you, there is some knowledge you are gaining from me, there is some change in your level of knowledge before and after the class, that is also a type of influence. If my presence is keeping this class quiet and you all are focusing on the lecture, that itself is also an influence. So when one person changes the behavior, belief, attitude of another person or many more people, that is called social influence. So there are three main aspects of social influence. One is conformity. आप पर्सनली किसी चीज पे विश्वास नहीं करते, उसको आप अगर गलत या सही मानते हैं, पर मेजॉरिटी या ग्रुप के आगे आप उस चीज को करते हैं। पर्सनली आपको अच्छा नहीं लगता है कि चीटिंग करें, लेकिन जब बच्चे बाकी चीटिंग करते हैं आप भी कुछ ना कुछ मदद ले लेते हैं। दैट इज अबाउट कन्फॉर्मिटी. सो एडजस्टिंग बिहेवियर टू मैच द बिहेवियर ऑफ अदर्स. You personally don't feel it might be correct, but you want that your behavior should match or synchronize with the behavior of others. That is conformity. Then comes compliance. Compliance means to be able to convince. So performing the act of others' request. किसी ने आपको रिक्वेस्ट किया कुछ और आपने उसकी रिक्वेस्ट मान ली, दैट इज कॉल्ड कन्फॉर्मिटी. देन कम्स ओबीडियंस. रिमेंबर, ओबीडियंस इज अ फोर्स्ड कंप्लायंस. फोर्स्ड है. फोर्स्ड क्यों है? क्योंकि अथॉरिटी की बात मानी जा रही है. कन्फॉर्मिटी और कंप्लायंस में अथॉरिटी नहीं था. आप किसी को भी कंफर्म कर सकते हैं, किसी के साथ आप कंप्लाई कर सकते हैं. सेल्समैन के साथ अगर आप कंप्लाई करते हैं, वो कोई अथॉरिटी नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी आप उसकी बात मान लेते हैं. पर ओबीडियंस में अथॉरिटी का होना जरूरी है. सो व्हेन यू आर हैविंग अ फोर्स्ड कंप्लायंस टुवर्ड्स द अथॉरिटी, दैट इज कॉल्ड ओबीडियंस. irrespective of you agreeing or disagreeing. So let's see the definition of compliance. It is a change in behavior that is requested by other person or the group. कोई आपको रिक्वेस्ट करता है, आप उसकी रिक्वेस्ट को मान लेते हैं, वो होता है compliance. Then it involves responding to what we are asked to do. किसी ने आपको रिक्वेस्ट किया कि क्या आप प्लीज मेरे लिए ये सर्वे का फॉर्म भर देंगे, आपका मन नहीं कर रहा पर आपको लगता है जरा सा फॉर्म भरने में क्या जाता है, क्वेश्चनरी तो है, चलो भर देते हैं. सो यू आर रिस्पॉन्डिंग टू द रिक्वेस्ट और एनीथिंग विच यू आर आस्क्ड टू डू, दैट इज कंप्लायंस. इवन इफ यू डोंट प्रेफर टू डू, दोपहर में आप आधी नींद में हैं, यू आर टेकिंग अ नैप, घंटी बजती है, सर्वे का फॉर्म भर दीजिए. जरा सी देर आपको लगता है या कौन दरवाजा खोले, लेकिन आप देखते हैं जी 5 मिनट का ही बात है, चलो भर दिया, दैट इज कंप्लायंस. सो इट इन्वॉल्व्स रिस्पॉन्डिंग टू द रिक्वेस्ट रिसीव्ड. कंप्लायंस में याद रखना रिक्वेस्ट आता है, ओबीडियंस में कंप्लाइंग टू द अथॉरिटी आता है, और कन्फर्मिंग में ना चाहते हुए भी आप बात मान रहे हो. So there are some compliance tactics कि आप कैसे comply करते हैं या कैसे comply करवाते हैं. So there are 5 major tactics. पहला है friendship, liking और ingratiation. मतलब अगर आप किसी की बात मानते हैं, if you are trying to comply, certainly you will be complying. The tendency for you to comply will be more towards your friend than a stranger. जो जान पहचान का है या कोई रिलेटिव है या फ्रेंड है या एक्वेंटेंस में है, आप उसकी बात ज़्यादा मानेंगे एज कम्पेयर टू अ स्ट्रेंजर जिसको आप बिल्कुल भी ना जानते हो. चलो दोस्त ने कहा, चलो फॉर द सेक ऑफ फ्रेंडशिप आई विल डू इट, दैट इज बिकॉज यू नो समवन. देन कमिटमेंट और कंसिस्टेंसी, जिसमें फुट इन द डोर है, लो बॉल टेक्निक है, वी विल बी रीडिंग ऑल दीज. रेसिप्रोसिटी, डोर इन द फेस, एंड दैट इज नॉट ऑल टेक्निक. देन कम्स स्कैसिटी, पेइंग हार्ड टू गेट एंड डेडलाइन टेक्निक. देन लास्ट इज अदर टैक्टिक्स, जिसमें वी विल सी द पीक टेक्निक एंड पुटिंग अदर्स इन अ गुड मूड टेक्निक. यस, वो खत्म हो गई. So like I had talked about friendship, yes. So certainly you will be complying to a person who is known to you, be it classmate, friend, sibling, cousin, anyone, but you end up complying to someone whom you know than a person who you don't know. वैसे तो कंपल्सरी नहीं है कंप्लाई करना, लेकिन एक टेंडेंसी होती है जिनको आप जानते हैं उनके तरफ आप कंप्लायंस दिखाते हैं एज कंपेयर टू जिनको आप नहीं जानते. देन कम्स कमिटमेंट एंड कंसिस्टेंसी, जिसमें आता है फुट इन द डोर. अच्छा, डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज्ड बिटवीन फुट इन द डोर एंड डोर इन द फेस. डोर वर्ड इज यूज्ड इन बोथ, बट स्टिल देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन फुट इन द डोर एंड डोर इन द फेस. फुट इन द डोर में है, फर्स्ट अ पर्सन मेक्स अ स्मॉल रिक्वेस्ट. घंटी बजाओगे, कोई दरवाजा खोलेगा, वो मना करेगा, नहीं, आई डोंट वांट टू अटेंड टू यू. कहोगे मैम प्लीज, सिर्फ 1 मिनट की बात है, सिर्फ एक फॉर्म भरना है. यू जस्ट वांट टू इनिशिएट अ स्मॉल रिक्वेस्ट, बट वंस योर स्मॉल रिक्वेस्ट इज फुलफिल्ड, यू मेक अ बिगर रिक्वेस्ट. इफ दैट इज फुलफिल्ड, देन ऑल द मोर बिग रिक्वेस्ट. सो योर compliance technique starts with a small request and ends up with a bigger one. सो नेक्स्ट इज लो बॉल टेक्निक. फुट इन द डोर में यही था, यू स्टार्ट मेकिंग अ स्मॉल रिक्वेस्ट. Once your small request is fulfilled, you end up making bigger requests. But one thing is to be seen, that your bigger request should go in the same direction as it started with a smaller one. Means जिस चीज के लिए आपने रिक्वेस्ट किया था उसी चीज के लिए और बड़ा रिक्वेस्ट होगा. जैसे कि अगर कोई सेल्समैन कहता है मैम बस आप एक पैकेट खरीद लीजिए चिप्स का. कई बार ऐसे सेल्समैन आते हैं, आप एक पैकेट खरीद लीजिए, चलो 5 रुपए का 10 रुपए का आपने खरीदा. कहेगा मैम एक से क्या काम चलता है, आप 2 ले लीजिए ना, औरों को भी काम आ जाएगा, आप बांट देना, है ना. तो एक खरीद के देखा, फिर उसमें 2 खरीदने को कहा, और कुछ नहीं तो 5 कह देगा. सो दैट इज अ स्मॉलर रिक्वेस्ट इट स्टार्टेड विद एंड इट एंडेड अप विद अ बिगर वन. पर कहा उसने चिप्स के लिए ही था, ये नहीं कि चिप्स से कुछ और पे आ गया, चिप्स से साड़ी पे आ गया, सूट पे आ गया, नहीं, खाने का ही कहा उसने. देन कम्स लो बॉल टेक्निक. सो इट इज यूज्ड टू गेन कंप्लायंस बाय मेकिंग अ वेरी अट्रैक्टिव इनिशियल ऑफर, एंड दैट इज ओनली टू गिव अ गुड impression to a person for a product or a service, or that is only to induce a person. Induce में यहाँ पे कोई ड्रग्स का कुछ नहीं है, it's just to convince कि अच्छा एक बार ट्रैप हो जाए कोई, फिर हम बड़े बड़े रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे. बस एक बार ट्रैप हो जाए, कोई हमारे बातों में आ जाए, कैसे हमारा काम निकल जाए. दैट इज योर लो बॉल टेक्निक. एक बार ट्रैप हो गया, कन्विंस हो गया, फिर तो रिक्वेस्ट बनाते ही जाएंगे. जियो मे बी, हाँ, it is a technique used to persuade a person to agree with a request. Once the person is persuaded, then keep moving on. So it's very good for marketing and business. Otherwise all the compliance techniques are useful for marketing. Then comes door in the face. So first it was foot in the door. In foot in the door, we start with a small request and end up making a bigger request. But in door in the face technique, we make a big request and we end up getting the person convinced for a smaller request. कि अच्छा बहुत बड़ा रिक्वेस्ट बना दो कि मैम आप ये पूरी बोरी ले लीजिए बिस्किट्स की, पूरा इतना बड़ा पैकेट ले लीजिए. कोई कस्टमर पूरा इतना बड़ा पैकेट बिस्किट्स का क्यों लेगा? अ सैक फुल ऑफ बिस्किट्स, इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल ना. हमें तो दुकान नहीं खोलनी घर में. They will, even they know, the salesperson also knows, no one will take a sack full of biscuits. But you start with that and you end up selling at least 1 packet. कि चलो एक घर में 1 पैकेट बेच दिया, क्या पता दूसरे घर में फिर से मैम पूरी बोरी ले लीजिए, वो भी नहीं, 2 बेच दिए. So you start with a small, bigger request and you end up with a smaller request. Whereas in foot in the door, you started with a small request and ended up with a bigger request. But we have to see what the situation suits. Which compliance technique is to be used, we have to see as per the situation. हर जगह हर compliance technique use नहीं हो सकती. So this technique achieves compliance as refusing a large request increases the likelihood of agreeing to second smaller request. एक पूरी बोरी चिप्स की नहीं लोगे, कम से कम 2 पैकेट ले लोगे, 4 पैकेट ले लोगे, कुछ तो होगा. Something is better than nothing. Then comes that's not all technique. So in that if we see about offers, sales लगती है, offers लगते हैं, एक के साथ दूसरा प्रोडक्ट फ्री, एक कोलगेट लीजिए 3 ब्रश मिलेंगे. I don't know about alcohol. I'm just talking some practical life examples. टूथपेस्ट तो हर कोई यूज करता है, कोई अल्कोहलिक है या नहीं है ना? So just giving some everyday examples which you can associate with. That's not all. Means suppose if you are ये एक के साथ दूसरा फ्री, that's about this, that's not all technique. या फिर आपने एक सर्विस लिया, पैकेजेस क्या आते हैं, पैकेजेस जो सर्विसेज के आते हैं, इट्स अबाउट दैट्स नॉट ऑल टेक्निक. सो इट रेफर्स टू गेनिंग कंप्लायंस इन विच रिक्वेस्टर्स ऑफर एडिशनल बेनिफिट्स. एडिशनल बेनिफिट्स हमेशा पैकेज का ही पार्ट है, या फिर आफ्टर सेल्स सर्विसेज होता है. जैसे लैपटॉप ले लो, पेन ड्राइव फ्री है, बैग फ्री है लैपटॉप के साथ, या इंटरनेट फ्री है, या फिर लैपटॉप के बाद 1 साल की वारंटी फ्री है. इट्स लाइक दैट्स नॉट ऑल टेक्निक, ओनली पैकेजेस. Then comes on the basis of scarcity, playing hard to get. Playing hard to get, like in job interviews. There are so many candidates, but only one candidate can get a job. So when there is a competition for a source, like job is your source, it's your source of income. So for any source where there is a scarcity, vacancy एक है, candidates 100-200 है. For one vacancy there are 200-300 competitors. So there is a scarcity. So in playing hard to get, where there is a scarcity, there people compete because of scarce resources. So being it for marriages or for jobs, in competitions, that is about playing hard to get. Then deadline technique, 50% sale, last date is today. Whereas you know that today may not be the last date, it will go till a month, till a week. But these marketing strategies are applied so that the product is quickly sold. कि आज लास्ट डेट है, either it's today or it's never, it's now or never. So that's about the deadline technique कि जो है आज है. You see मीना बाजार सेल 50% off, last date is today, messages आएंगे. So that is about deadline technique. So why do we create deadlines? We create deadlines so that we are able to influence maybe customers or any other person to sell off the product or to give away our services or to give away our products. That is why deadline technique is used. And remember, in deadline technique there is a stipulated time span. It's only for a limited period of time. It's based on the time as a scarcity कि आज है तो है वरना कल नहीं है. So that time is controlled, time is very scarce. Then comes conformity. All these were compliance, this was all under compliance. Then comes conformity. Conformity means even if we disagree personally with our opinions of others, still we are listening to them. So aligning, our attitudes are not matching, our thoughts are not matching, but still we are forcing ourselves to align our thoughts, behaviors, beliefs, attitudes with other people. That is about conformity. ना चाहते हुए भी किसी की बात हम मान रहे हैं. So in conformity we also have to see about the social norms. Now norms, we may not consider all the norms favorable for us, but still we end up adhering to the norms even if they are not suitable for us. That is also one of the ways of conforming. We personally may not find it good, like no one would like to wear a mask in summers, in COVID times, but still we wore a mask. We are conforming to the rules, we are adhering. Social distancing we may not like, still we have to follow. That is also conforming. So they are perceived to be informal, mostly unwritten rules. So what are norms? Norms are the unwritten rules. Like constitution, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में पूरी बुक है रूल्स की, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ विच द कंट्री विल फंक्शन, right? But in society there is nothing written. We are abiding by the rules which are unwritten, that are called norms, and we have to conform to the norms for showing a normal behavior, for showing a similar behavior which others are also showing. Like in classroom, norms is not to disturb, which is happening right now. Many are still whispering and disturbing the decorum of the class. That is not a part of norms and decorum of this class. Better now. I would appreciate if everyone pays attention, because your exams will also begin, your internal assessment will also begin. It's for your good. As such, there is a weekly class. So, norms are unwritten rules which are to be adhered to. Since the beginning of the class, I am seeing you. You are disturbing me as well as others. So, norms consist of what we do, what we believe. See, we have to keep our behavior in a particular direction. Our behavior cannot be just because we want to behave, so we are behaving that way. We have to see that is our conduct suiting others as well or not. And so that it suits everyone, we have to abide by the norms. So, norms are informal rules which help in the regulation of groups and their behavior. So, according to Festinger's social comparison theory, people abide by the norms to gain social approval. Why do we follow norms? So that we feel that we are socially accepted. We feel that people are agreeing with our opinion, or we are also agreeing with their opinion. That is why we follow norms according to Festinger's social comparison theory. ये MCQ में आ सकता है. That which theory is it? So we will have to really rote learn these theories, their researchers, and even the year. ये MCQ का question हो सकता है. So when people are comparing themselves with others, they are also setting some standard for themselves for their code of conduct. कि सामने वाले सारे लोग कैसे और मैं कैसा हूँ. And so that people don't make fun of me, or people don't isolate me or consider me very much deviant, I also must behave like them. No one wants to feel deviated. No one wants to feel odd or awkward, because of which we have to follow the norms. And how will we know that we are not awkward or deviant? We will know that by comparing ourselves with others. अब नॉर्मल बिहेवियर क्या होता है? जो एक नॉर्मल बिहेवियर से हटके है, डिविएट करता है, ढंग से फंक्शन नहीं करता है. पर हम तो ऐसे नहीं कर रहे, हम तो वो बिहेवियर दिखा रहे हैं जो सब दिखा रहे हैं, so that we are able to be in a comparable state and we feel accepted by others. So conformity, that is why conformity at times is a way of healthy functioning of a person in society. अगर हम वैसा ही behave कर रहे हैं, वो ही actions दिखा रहे हैं जो सब दिखाते हैं, तो we will feel accepted that yes, we are also one of those people. We are not unwanted. Then comes Sheriff's studies on conformity. Sheriff का आपको पता ऑटोकाइनेटिक इफेक्ट क्या है? आपने परसेप्शन में पढ़ा होगा. 5 phenomenon. phenomenon, not phi, phi. मैं कॉग्निटिव की बात कर रही हूं और इंटेलिजेंस या पर्सनालिटी की नहीं. फाइव फिनोमिनन परसेप्शन में आता है. ओशन आप पर्सनालिटी का बोल रहे हैं. हाँ, याद है किसी को फाइव फिनोमिनन? शेरिफ, मुजफ्फर शेरिफ. Who knows what is autokinetic effect? Who knows what is phi phenomenon? Can anyone tell me? Phi phenomenon. See, in a dark room, we had left a small spot of light on the wall, and we had asked people that is it moving or not. So, when people were individually coming one at a time and seeing the light, they were feeling that no, it was not moving, but or maybe it was, yes, it was moving, but when people were observing it in a group, they were giving the same response which entire group was giving. That is what Sheriff had to prove in the concept of conformity through the experiment of phi phenomenon or autokinetic effect. So, in the dark environment, there is no reference point in the light. See, in the dark environment, you don't know in which context is the light moving. अगर एक चीज स्थिर है और एक चीज हिल रही है, आपको कैसे पता वो हिल रही है? Because everything else is stand still. Nothing else is moving except for one stimulus. Yes, in the context of this wall, है ना? So same is with the light spot. In the dark room, there is nothing else moving except for the light. So it was in reference. But in dark room, there is no reference. Light ही नहीं दिख रही है, कुछ दिख नहीं रहा. किसके reference में है? Still, we had to judge whether the point was moving or not. So there were two phases in this experiment. First phase was that what everyone individually responds. That is what I said. What one person is responding individually, and in the second phase, when there was a group of 2 to 3 participants, what are they responding in the context of a group and not their individual response all the time. So certainly the response varied. अगर एक बार में एक इंसान रिस्पॉन्ड कर रहा है, वो रिस्पॉन्स अलग था as compared to when that person was standing in the group and then giving a response. And what was the difference? The difference was of conformity. जब इंडिविजुअली रिस्पॉन्ड कर रहा था, जो उसको सही लग रहा था उसने वो रिस्पॉन्ड किया, लेकिन जब वो ग्रुप में था तब उसने वो रिस्पॉन्ड किया जो पूरा ग्रुप कह रहा है, ना कि अपना इंडिविजुअल पर्सपेक्टिव दे रहा था. So if we see, first of all, when a person is in a group can take more extreme decisions, and when a person is in a group, there are major decisions made. Why? क्योंकि जब ग्रुप का एक डिसीजन है वो एक मास लेवल पे है एज कंपेयर टू वन पर्सन. एक पर्सन का कम वेटेज होगा एज कंपेयर टू एंटायर ग्रुप. एक तो इसमें ये बताया गया है. सेकेंड थिंग, देयर इज लेस ऑफ एन एक्सट्रीमिटी इन रिस्पॉन्सेज. वाई? बिकॉज ग्रुप गोज बाय मेजॉरिटी. मेजॉरिटी में देयर इज नो एक्सट्रीमिटी. ना तो कोई पूरी तरह से हाँ कहता है ना कहता है, वो जाते हैं बीच का रास्ता लेते हैं. सो देयर इज लेस ऑफ एक्सट्रीमिटी व्हेन वी आर वर्किंग इन अ ग्रुप. So if you want, you can see this picture. A person is saying the dot moved towards the left, another is saying no it didn't, but a person, third person is saying, yeah, it did move a bit. So there is no extremity in the response. सब अपने अपने opinions दे रहे हैं and it will boil down to some middle level of response, not an extreme response. ना तो कोई पूरी तरह से हाँ कहेगा या ना कहेगा, कोई बीच का response आएगा. Now I don't know if the internet functions here, otherwise I can play this video for you. Oh, the video is not showing. I don't know why the video is not showing. Fine, then we can see the link some other time. And this Ash's experiment, Ash was the one who made this 5 phenomenon experiment, and it is one of the classic experiments in social psychology which covers up the concept of conformity. Okay, one experiment was of the autokinetic effect. Another is of the parallel lines made. So you can see there are 3 parallel lines and people are asked that which one is the longest of all. So majority will go for maybe line A or B. So you can see these are the same lines, this is the same experiment. We are asking that which line, the tag line matches with which of these 3 lines given as A, B and C. So in that the response would be either B or C and definitely not A. And now this depends how many people give the response of B or C. Majority would give C or people will go as per the group. अगर सब कहेंगे C है तो एक इंसान अकेला नहीं होगा जो B कहेगा, क्योंकि सब C कह रहे हैं मतलब सब सही होंगे तो मैं भी C बोल देता हूँ. So when in a group people go as per the majority. So each person in the room had to state aloud which comparison line A, B or C was the most likely to the target line, and the answer was obvious that people gave C as the answer. Okay, now we have to see that which factors are affecting conformity. कि किस वजह से, I think everyone is not paying attention. I am not talking to the walls. I am here to teach. And this is not school level that I should keep reminding you to remain mum and concentrate. If you want to socialize, wait for the break, go out and socialize. This is not a common room, it is a classroom. So there are some factors which affect conformity such as cohesiveness. So more cohesive the group is, more the group conforms. क्योंकि सब एक ही डायरेक्शन में बिहेव करते हैं. The otherwise the group will split. Cohesiveness नहीं रहेगा. C for cohesiveness, C for closeness. Closer the group, more the bonding, more the cohesiveness. And when the group is cohesive, the conformity increases. देन कम्स द ग्रुप साइज। अगर ग्रुप बहुत बड़ा है, 100-200 लोगों का एक ग्रुप है, फिर कोई कॉन्फॉर्मिटी नहीं रहेगी, क्योंकि बहुत बड़े ग्रुप में कौन क्या डिसीजन ले रहा है, किस डायरेक्शन में ग्रुप फंक्शन कर रहा है, इट हार्डली मैटर्स। पर अगर ग्रुप साइज छोटा होगा 10-15 लोगों का, तो कॉन्फॉर्मिटी ज़्यादा रहेगी टू कीप द ग्रुप बाइंडिंग। ग्रुप यूनानिमिटी, यूनानिमिटी मीन्स कि यूनाइट करना। अगर ग्रुप ज़्यादा यूनाइट करेगा तो कॉन्फॉर्मिटी ज़्यादा रहेगी एज कंपेयर टू द ग्रुप विच विल नॉट यूनाइट। जैसे अगर कोई इमरजेंसी है या किसी को कन्विंस करना है, अगर सब एक ही डायरेक्शन में काम करेंगे तो कॉन्फॉर्मिटी ज़्यादा रहेगी। यूनियंस क्या होते हैं? स्टूडेंट यूनियन, टीचर यूनियन, दे यूनाइट व्हेन any emergency is there or when any demand has to be fulfilled. So when the group is small, there is more of unity, there is more of conformity. Descriptive and injunctive social norms. Injunctive होते हैं which tell us the do's and don'ts of a group. Descriptive होते हैं which describe how the group will function. एक तो होते हैं do's and don'ts. If you will do all this, you will be a part of the group. If you will not do, you will not be the part of the group. एक होते हैं descriptive norms जिनके लिए ग्रुप जाना जाता है। जैसे कोई स्पिरिचुअल ग्रुप है, रिलीजियस ग्रुप है, उस ग्रुप का फंक्शनिंग कैसे होगा? डिस्क्रिप्टिव नॉर्म्स के बेस पे। सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू ऑफर अ सीट टू एन एल्डरली पर्सन, मेट्रो में आते हैं फॉर सीनियर सिटीजन्स, फॉर women, or for the people who are needy like PH. So whenever these you will see such norms in public places, they are the injunctive norms कि ये करना ही चाहिए। Then comes public and private expression, that conformity and responses which are given, conformity is more in public responses. For example, if right now I'll ask you a question, maybe majority of you give the same answer because you are sitting in a public place, you are sitting in a group. But if I'll ask you individually, maybe your response changes. So whether you are in a public setup or you are giving your response in private, that affects your level of conformity. In private you don't get to know कि बाकियों ने क्या जवाब दिया, but in a group, in a public place, you know what people are going to respond and you accordingly will give your response. So magnitude मतलब intensity of conformity, it increases when you are in public as compared to when you are alone. Then comes commitment. So conformity will increase if you are committed. If you are not committed to a task or to a group, maybe then you don't conform, that I will do what I feel is right. I am not committed, I am not answerable. But if you are committed to a group, like a group of friends, you are committed that no, we don't have to take this member as a, we don't have to take this person as a member of the group. You will be committed to the group and you will conform to the group's norms because of your commitment. हम कहते हैं we are committed to our family. Family is a group. It is a primary group. So commitment comes when there is conformity. Nature of the task. If the task is very difficult or very demanding, conformity will be more. But if the task is very easy, then chances of conformity are very less because you don't need to follow instructions. जैसे कि डिफेंस में होता है, there is a forced compliance, you are all agreeing to one person and working in the same direction. In defense, there is more of conformity. You don't deviate from the rules or from the norms. Like in a war-like situation, you are doing what majority is doing in a war-like situation. That is also conformity. Then comes conforming personality. Some people are very authoritative, they are very assertive, they are very dominating, they have high self-esteem. But some people, they will have low self-esteem, or they will be subdued, or they will be underconfident. So, those people who are authoritative, having high self-esteem or are dominant, they will not conform. They will say, I will do what I feel is right. But people who are underconfident, lacking with self-esteem or are subdued, they will conform more. Then comes power. A person who has power will not conform. He or she will see what is right, and he or she will be more assertive, more authoritative because of the power he or she has. But if a person is not having enough power, be it professional power or social power, that person will conform because that person has to survive. Sexual motives. So, according to a researcher, men who start deviating from the group norms are observed to be more attractive for women, though vice versa is not found to be correct. Those men who deviate from the norms, they look very attractive to women as per the research, but same is not applicable to women. Women who will deviate from the group norms will not seem to be very attractive. Uniqueness. So, people like in their dressing sense, if someone is very awkwardly dressed or not suitably dressed as per the place or the situation, that person will look very deviant from the entire crowd because of the uniqueness or the dressing style or the personality or the way of conduct. So, when there is a deviation in the way of conduct, dressing, personality, that is called uniqueness, and uniqueness may a person is not conforming to the entire social group. Then comes reactance theory, and people perceive that certain situations are threatful to their freedom of action. So, what happens is, some people who feel that a situation is causing threat to their level of freedom, to their way of living, they will deviate from the situation instead of staying subdued. उनको नहीं अच्छा लगेगा कि उन पे कोई प्रेशर पड़े सिचुएशन का और वो अपनी तरह से ना जी पाएं. So, they will deviate from the situation, they will not adhere to the norms of the current situation, they will do whatever they feel to, and that is called their reaction, which is a reactance theory. And this theory was given by Brehm in the year 1966. And these are some questions if you want to note down, though they are not in the SLM, but if you feel to note down, you are most welcome.